Yeah, hello. Good morning, Priyanshu.
Good morning, how are you?
I am fine. How about you?
Good.
Good, good. Yeah, so first of all, thanks for joining us. I guess it's a great time to join with you. And I'm Shiva Matre, and I've got the admit in U Alberta, and I'm talking on the behalf of the Journey to Canada page. To, to- So, can you briefly introduce yourself to the all the viewers we have right now?
So, hello everyone, how are you? I hope all are doing great. So, my name is Priyanshu Gupta. So, it has been like 1.5 years in Canada and I'm pursuing my web design and development. It's my final semester is going on. So, only 12 days left for completion of my studies. So, I'm preparing for my financial advisor license. I have security license, driving license, and I have experience like how to apply work permit, how to apply study permit, how to extend your study permit. Like I just help all the international student through this. So yeah, I'm a vlogger, so I share information regarding the Canada. So my background is IT, and I completed graduation from India, Bachelor of Computer Application, and yeah, 1.5 year experience in multinational company. Currently working in New Delhi restaurant. It's a permanent job. Finally, I got it after 1 year of struggling, and there were so many ups and downs were there. That's it.
Okay, great, great, and thanks for introduction. So basically, right now, as we can see, the whole of the world is going through the COVID-19 situation, and the situation is very uncertain. And some students have applied for the visa for fall 2020. So we will start like that. What is your view that how till until when the students will get the first stage visa approval? Because some students have applied in June, some applied in July, and still students are applying. So they are waiting for that first stage approval. So according to your experience, what you can say that till when they can get it?
Mm, it's totally my point of view, like according to me, like so students can get visa from next month because the processing still is going on, and according to new guidelines from the government side, and they have just separated the visa process, like the first stage process and the second stage process. Like if the student wants to study from India, he or she can study from India online studies. Then after that, that person will get approval to come to Canada to complete. Actually, why the government has decided, because the students who were in India from last 5 months, I guess. So they
Okay.
stuck in India. So that's why. So according to me, in the crux, I just want to say from the next month everything will be sorted out, and according to me January intake will be offline because colleges are opening for the hybrid courses. So
Okay.
maybe January intake will be offline.
Okay, so we can expect that if the fall 2020 is online, the fall 2021 can be hybrid or on campus.
Yeah.
Okay, that is good. So we have some questions coming in from our viewers, and we had collected before also through our stories. So some of the questions I'll reiterate to you, and I guess Priyanshu, you can answer them if you have good answers for them, right?
Hybrid courses. So hybrid courses are, for example, the engineering courses, we can say. Um, for example, my course is web design and development. So if college notify me through email that you should be in Canada, so
Okay.
it could not possible through online classes. You should do there are some practical work as well. For example, mechanical engineering, or they need me.
Okay.
I can't study that course online totally.
Okay.
So that's called hybrid courses.
Okay. Some question is we have noted that I know you are not from the pharmacy background, but any best college to join for M Pharmacy in Canada?
So I just want to tell each and every person, if you want to know about best colleges, so what I do, like it's my point of view, you should join multiple different kind of groups, different colleges groups, Facebook groups, and you can meet, you can talk to them regarding your course. So I have made group as well. So there are so many students who got help from the group because I'm not professional. I'm just an international student who shares only information related to Canada, not to course, the scope of course, the scope of college. I'm currently studying in Conestoga College, so I only have the knowledge about Conestoga College. I can I can't tell you the experience regarding the Sheridan College and
Okay.
George Brown College, this kind of college stuff. So it's better to
Okay.
join Facebook groups and explore yourself, connect to people. So it's the best way.
Okay. Means to get the knowledge about best colleges to join or university to join, people should get interacted with the students those are there and those who have done research on that and join the groups, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
So if a person wants to know about web design and development, I can guide them.
Okay.
But for pharmacy, medical, engineering, no one can guide those people because
Okay.
we are generally an international student. Okay, so we can't tell like this course has like so much money. You can earn a lot from this course. After doing that course, you will get definitely job. So we can't tell each and every person regarding this.
Correct. Correct. And some more questions similarly came up to us, likely that students are applied for visa long back in June or something, and they are worried that if the first stage approval is clear, but the second stage approval is not clear, then they will have a loss because they'll pay the fees. So is it good
Actually,
to defer or to
yeah.
continue online?
So it's totally depends upon the individual. But according to me, if a person is getting first stage approval, that person definitely will get second stage approval because government don't want like that student. Government also wants to provide the visas to students, but due to COVID-19, due to security and some guidelines, it's delaying. So it totally depends upon the individual whether that person have to defer the intake or have to opt the first stage. But according to me, if you will defer, it will be very beneficial for you because that person can get a chance to come to Canada to complete his or her studies. So it's better to
Okay.
defer.
Okay, correct, correct. To have some on-campus facility usages and also an infrastructure and real-time interaction with the professors, that would also beneficial, right?
Yeah.
So coming there, right? So how does you compare that on the see everyone has their personal perspective of comparing the things, but what is your perspective? You thought you saw that is online a good option or only offline is a good option or both can we can manage?
Online is not a good option because we are paying $7,000 to $8,000, three times more fees as compared to domestic students. So why we are paying that? We are because we are an international student and we come to Canada. Okay, so according to me, it's not worth. Online class is not worth. It's totally what I can say garbage according to me. But because I think like I'm just wasting my money, like paying $7,000 to $8,000 in 4 months. It's not a joke.
Correct, correct,
So
correct.
yeah, because if we want to attend the online classes, it's up to us. Yeah, we can. But according to me, it's not worth because one professor cannot communicate with each and every person in the class. So there are approximately 50 students. So we don't get the chance for the interaction because the professor is only for 4 hours and he teaches, he speaks, and he went. But yeah, that's it. According to me, online class is not worth.
Okay, so
There is no benefit.
the students should prefer more of off-campus classes or hybrid classes so they can come travel to Canada. Uh, right now, the problem is even the universities and colleges are providing travel support letter, but the exemption of 18th March of the visa is something creating a problem. So,
It's a
what
myth.
is your
It
thought on that?
it's a myth, and there are so many students who are already in Canada, and I will take interview of them, and I will let you know. I'm not sure about it right now, but they said it's a myth.
Before, so you are saying myth about like before 18th March date?
Yeah, if you got visa before 18 March, you don't need any supporting letter or travel letter. Okay, so I will take interview with one person, and I will let you know the whole procedure, what was happened. That person didn't had any support letter. His visa came before 18th March, and everything was good.
Cool, cool. That's
Even
great.
his classes
Uh,
was online as well.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, what students are getting to know, some like me and other students also, that there should be some genuine reason behind that of traveling, and something internet connectivity is not one of the reasons, something like that. So students are very much confused about that. That how travel support letter should mention what thing that we can easily board on to the flights to Canada.
But if college needs you, then
Yeah.
that letter will help you definitely. No one can stop you. You have a valid visa. Okay, you have a permission that you can travel to Canada. Why? Why you have to travel to Canada? Okay, so college will provide the reason. If college is saying you have to be in Canada, you will be in Canada. You don't need to worry about anything. But if college is saying you can study 50% in India, and after that completion of 50% of studies, online studies, you can come to Canada, then you have to wait for it. It totally depends upon college, what that college mentioned in the supporting letter. Like you should be in
Got it.
Canada right now, so no one can stop you. And you don't have to say anything to officer, and I have to explain anything to Indian department, like uh, I have online classes, so that's why I'm going. Just give them the letter, they will read it, and they will allow you.
That's it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's it.
great. Yeah, because students are suffering a lot. Means they have their visa, but they couldn't travel or something. There are a lot of chaos in the country right now, seeing these things. So that is. Yeah, we had some more specific questions I'll take up. Like, what are the job opportunities and data analytics? Data analytics, if you know.
As I mentioned you earlier, like guys, you can do research by your own. So I'm just mentioning this website, indeed.ca. So you can use a virtual private network and search regarding jobs on this website. You will get to know their requirements, their pay rate, what they pay rate options are there, and what are the requirements, so that you can fulfill that requirement, you can learn that skill. So it will be very beneficial for you. Just research by yourself.
Okay. And some more questions were like how research papers do help student to get admissions in universities or colleges if they have published their research papers during undergraduation.
Mm, I'm not sure about it, so I can't answer
Okay.
about it. Yeah, I don't know about it.
Okay. Okay, great. And some questions were like some people have done their undergraduations 5 years back and they have 5 years of experience in IT companies. So is it good option to come to Canada and do masters and be there? Is it worth it to be there?
It's foolishness. If a person has 5 year of experience, that person can apply PR from India. Proper knowledge should be there. Why to spend $40,000 on student visa if that person can easily get PR? There are
Okay.
so many people who regret, who come to Canada and who are doing who have done masters in India, and also pursuing again masters in Canada as a
Okay.
student visa, which is not beneficial. That person can apply PR from India as well, but due to
Okay.
lack of knowledge, that person applies student visa. It's my point of view.
Okay. And one question was like any 1 year business analytics course in colleges in Canada, business analytics courses in Canada.
Yeah, there again I I want to say, if you want to take any course, okay, just research for that. Join Facebook groups. What you have to do, just post in the group, and if that person, any student who is pursuing that course, that person will definitely comment, yeah, this course is available in this college. So I can't tell about any course because I don't have any knowledge. So what I have decided, in the future, I will just take interview of students who completed that specific course, so that person will share his or her experience regarding that course. So like I can share my experience regarding IT, web design and development, and I can't share experience for business analytic or
Correct,
different
correct.
kind of sort of courses. Yeah, so it's better to join Facebook groups and ask to the community.
Yeah. We have one question coming from Jashanan. Is the tutoring job in Canada as a part-time option?
Yeah, people are earning a lot through tutoring job, and it's I guess self-employment. Like what we can say, if a person is earning from YouTube, that doesn't count under sin. Okay, so it means that person who is providing the education online and earning money, that person don't have to worry about the working hours. So social insurance number, when our hours get updated, the employer update our hours. When we work under any employer, the employer updates our hour on sin. So if you are doing online coaching, like if you are providing the knowledge education online, if you are earning money from that side, then it's a positive sign for you, and you will get to learn a lot of things, according to me. Yeah.
Okay. And some question was like students are confused about Presto card. What is Presto card? And
Oh, so there are different kind of cards, depends upon city to city, because right now I have one card, Conestoga, which is provided by Conestoga. So in this card work as a pass. You don't have to put $3 every time when you travel in the bus. So it's just a pass. Like India, we have a pass. We just tap on in the bus and we can travel anywhere. So it's cost around $300 for 4 months in Kitchener, and we have to recharge Presto card. The Presto card is available in Brampton, Mississauga. So yeah, we
okay.
have to recharge that card and we can use that card as a bus pass, yeah, for traveling purpose.
One of the heated questions coming up on every day, like what is the scenario for January intake? What will be happening? As you are the
Offline.
student there, you are available there. What is your view on that?
It will be offline. I will visit my college, Conestoga College, and I will show you how they are preparing for the students, like how they are managing
Okay,
the social distancing, precautions, safety and precautions. Yeah, it will be offline, definitely.
okay,
Otherwise they will definitely call international student to Canada.
okay, okay. Yeah, so because of what I have also studied, and there is a literature available that economy of Canada runs on the international students majorly. So they
20
needed,
every year international student invest $21 billion.
yeah.
So it's
So
not
that
a
makes a
joke.
huge impact.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it's an huge impact, and government also know this thing.
yeah, yeah.
That's why
Correct, correct, correct.
government is doing like a first stage process, second stage process. Government just want to take care of
Yeah,
their citizens, because government has uh, like what we can say. Have you heard about CRB, Canada Emergency
yeah,
Response
yeah,
Benefit?
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
everyone got $2,000. Like
Correct, correct.
yeah, government distributed $80 billion, I guess. So
Okay, okay,
to cover that money, The government has to take this step.
Correct,
Otherwise,
correct.
how government can take the like government will not ask you to return the money like that $80 billion.
Okay. There is one more specific question. I guess you are the right person to answer. So he has written, I have 429 points in India and I have 1 year of course in Canada. I will be having 462 points after my completion. How easy it to get the PR after my course completion?
Okay, so after course completion, if a person has a Canadian experience and in IELTS, if that person can achieve 777 8 bands and he have a Canadian degree plus the Indian degree and the Indian experience, that then that person can easily get PR. What that person have to do, just make a express entry profile and submit all the documents. Whenever whenever that person will be eligible, he or she will get notified through the
Okay.
government
Can
that
you
you are
brief
eligible.
out? Yeah. Sorry for the interruption. Can you brief out about the PR process in a little bit, few minutes of
Yeah.
speaking?
So people know only three ways to get PR, but there are 150 ways to get PR.
Okay.
People know about express entry, PNP, autopilot program, LMIA, but there are one total 150 ways to get PR. There is an immigration officer who is in Conestoga College, and that person is my friend. So he told me like people are paying like 40 to $50,000 insanely to lawyers to get the PR because of no knowledge, because they don't have knowledge how to get PR. So I will definitely share the information when I will get PR next year. Okay,
Great.
it's quite yeah. So whenever I will get PR, I will definitely share because just think about it like. If I share knowledge regarding Canada and I am in India, people will definitely abuse me. Like you don't have any experience and you are sharing experience regarding the Canada. So
Correct.
everything has a time. So whenever I will get PR, I will definitely tell you the procedure, each and everything. So
Okay, great.
permanent residency is not a big achievement. People should understand this. If the
Yeah.
person is eligible, that person will get automatically PR. Okay. What matter
Okay.
is what will be the life of you after PR. Will you still earn $14 per hour, or will
Yeah.
you earn $10,000 per month or $15,000 per month? That's matter. So guys who
Okay.
are thinking like PR is a big accomplishment, that is not a big accomplishment. That's not a success. Okay, if you are eligible, you will definitely get PR. Like you got visa of Canada. That's it.
Okay, great. And some students had put the questions before also. So they have queries that as we are students, we will be traveling to Canada. So how we can, first of all the things, what is the best method to take the Indian currency to Canada apart from GIC? And other thing is that how can we transfer our travel card money to the Scotia Bank?
Travel card money to the Scotia Bank, it's little bit difficult because bank and travel card company both are different. So I was using Forex card and it contains like $500 and I had $1,000 cash with me
Okay.
when I
Okay.
came to Canada last year. So we can't like transfer the money of the Forex card to Scotia Bank because both are different companies, and we can only use that Forex card to withdraw money and to spend money. If we withdraw money, like $2 deduction will be there
Okay.
on every $100 of withdrawal. So that's my
Okay.
yeah, every 100
On
to
every hundred
$200.
dollar, you will have $2 of that thing.
Yeah,
So, do you
100 to
think any
200.
other? Do you have any? Do you know any other method to take the currency from India to Canada on a safer side other than
It
cash?
I guess like if you are well aware, you can bring cash as well. but according to me, because forex card don't work, doesn't work. You can withdraw the money if you have option. Like if you have option, you can withdraw the money. You can deposit $1,000 in the forex card, on you can use online. If you will tap, if you will use that card online at grocery stores, you don't have to pay any extra charges like $2, $3. Okay,
Okay.
when you will withdraw, then $2 or to $3 service charge will be there. Otherwise, you can use that card to pay your grocery bills, your mobile bills. You can use that card.
Okay.
But cash is
Okay.
mandatory. Sometimes we need coins, sometimes we need cash. Okay. On bus
Okay.
we can't use that forex card. To travel in the bus, we should need coins. Okay, we should have to insert $3.25.
Okay.
So we need cash in some circumstances, but for your safety side, you can get your forex card.
But some question is that likely SBI is in India also, SBI is in Canada also,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
some users have the international card in India also, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So does it work there like credit
Yeah,
cards of
it
SBI?
works. It works. If you have
Okay,
debit
that is
card
good.
of Visa, if you have debit card of Visa, you can, it works. But the deduction will be more as compared to like forex card. Maybe I haven't tried yet, but yeah, there is some deduction and service charges, but it works in Canada as
Okay,
well.
great, great. And some are the basic questions as you have answered only courses in architecture, but as you told, we person should join the groups and get the answers there, right?
Yeah,
So
because I'm not a professional. As you know,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
an international student. Why to misguide? Yeah,
yeah,
it's better to
yeah, yeah,
be a straightforward. Yeah, if you want to know the
correct,
course, you can join the group. That person, the specific person who is doing that course, that person will contact you, and that person can help you. And they are my
correct, correct.
subscribers. They are my subscribers. They will definitely help you.
Okay, sure. The one query is almost in the every student who has been studying from May or is going to study from the fall itself. That the IRCC has put that only 50% of the course can be outside Canada, and if you don't have, if you do more than 50%, then the PGWP will be getting affected, right? So how you
Yeah,
look into this day, how you look into this percentages as till now, till 31st December, they have put this deadline that till 31st December, 50% course should be, can be out of Canada. After that, it should be inside Canada. So do you think it will get exceeded or the deadline will get exceeded from December to some other month?
they will definitely exceed that deadline. They
Okay, so
are
you are
still
thinking that,
confused because if they will allow all the student, from March students are not coming to Canada. Okay, so
okay,
we can what we can say, the intake, which intake, my intake, September intake is the biggest intake among all the
correct,
intakes. Okay, my intake is not there now. September intake is not there. When they will allow all the international student in the Jan intake, think about it. There will be a lot of students here,
correct, correct, correct.
so everyone.
So they don't want to make a chaos there, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's the main problem. They don't want to make a chaos because every student will go to every home to to find the accommodation. Every student will enter in the restaurant to drop the resumes. Every student will go to
Correct.
Service Canada. Every student means like it will be chaos, huge chaos. That's why
True, true.
government is not allowing.
Okay, correct.
Yeah.
And can so basically right now the VACs are closed in all India and students are struggling hard to get the biometrics done. So how, what do you think that the VACs are open in Canada? So is it working fine there or something?
Yeah, they have removed, they have temporarily removed the biometrics restrictions. So when I will apply my work permit, I don't need to pay the fees for biometrics. I will get my work permit without biometrics. They have just temporarily removed the biometrics option. If someone paid for biometric, that person will get refund.
Okay, okay,
Temporarily, they
sure.
have
So
removed.
okay, okay. So we can we expect this to be happening in India? See, basically like
In India, in second stage of process, maybe student needs to give the biometrics because it's mandatory.
okay, okay, to cross verify. And some
But
basic question is that
because we are already in Canada, we
correct,
should
correct,
be in Canada. Okay, we don't have to move to another country. That's why biometric they have temporarily closed for us.
correct, correct, correct. And
Yeah,
do you think this all the scenario, as you told that till January it can be offline or hybrid?
yeah,
So
it will definitely.
some students are on the daily basis putting the email to the graduate coordinators that we request you to make it on campus or hybrid so we can travel. So do you think that university will take the call on that thing?
University needs students, but it's all about the government, whether government will allow them or not. It's totally depends upon the Canada Border Agency. Okay, if Canada
Okay,
Border Agency is okay with that, so students can come. Otherwise, students will not able to come. And I told
okay,
you that what's the reason behind. There will be so much queue, so much students will be
sure,
there, and the government
correct,
Canada government doesn't want this thing because the government is very strict regarding this rule like social distancing. So
okay,
there will be
okay,
no social distancing if there will be more numbers of students coming to Kitchener or Mississauga, Toronto, downtown. So it will be a little bit chaos. That's why. That's the
okay,
reason. But government is working on it. You will get notified. But you guys can do. You can follow the official handles like IRCC to get the news, latest news and latest tweet, which is done by them.
okay. Some very different question, and I'll ask to put that. Some viewer has asked that can I give a yoga classes to the people in Canada?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, you can. You
okay,
can earn a lot of money. It will not count on a sin.
okay. Great, great. Then it is great, right? And some people are asking regarding that diploma course, short-term diploma availabilities in Canada. Something like that.
Yeah, there are so many courses available in Canada. If the person can research, that person will get to know easily about the courses. Short-term courses, diploma courses are also available, but I prefer 2 year courses to because you guys will get 3 year work permit. So if you guys will pursue 1 year diploma, then you guys will get 1 year work permit. So I don't want like you guys will get 1 year work permit. Under that one year, you guys have to get the 1 year Canadian experience. So
Correct.
for field job, we need on 2 to 3 months maximum in search of field job.
Okay,
So
great.
I recommend 2 year course.
Okay. Actually, one specific question came to us, and I would likely to ask you. Someone has written, my course is completely online while that is going to start on September 8, 2020, and I'm having all this visa approved. So I need to show any proof for the internet challenges I have there.
Student don't have to show anything. Just a travel letter, which will be provided by Conestoga College or any college. So student don't have to do anything. If college is allowing you that you should be in Canada, then you have to be in Canada. No one can stop you.
Okay.
If college is saying like you have to do 50% of studies from India, you cannot come to Canada. It's totally depends upon the college and your travel letter and your proof why you should be in Canada.
Okay. Some students are asking what is the travel restrictions prediction you can make. Octopus.
Travel predictions, maybe they will open according to me, but Jan intake till September 2021, I can predict that everything will be alright.
Okay, so you are saying that students can happily travel in
Yeah,
December, right?
yeah, in September 2021, I'm saying September 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the questions that came from Ankita Ambani that how worth is it to take 10-15 lakh loan if one is planning to come as an international student there?
Yeah, you can come on loan. There are so many students who came on loan and they are earning well, like 1.5 lakh per month, I guess. And yeah, there is a good scope in Canada. You can earn a lot of money. If even if you don't, if you are not doing a professional job, you can earn approximately 1 lakh rupees per month.
Okay. Can you share your job hunting experience if possible? Because students really likely are eagerly wanted to know that thing. That how is the job hunting thing as you are gonna pass out, something like that.
So I got my permanent job 1 month, 15 to 20 days ago. Finally, earlier I was working as a security guard temporarily. Okay,
Okay.
it was not permanent. I worked in factories and I did Uber as well.
Okay.
Uber Eats on cycle. So according to my experience, it's not hard to find part-time job. You will get definitely part-time job if you will
Okay.
search, if you will
Okay.
get any reference, if you will talk to the manager directly, to the manager of a restaurant or someone else, instead of talking to the employees. So
Okay.
my first priority will be like, if you guys are coming to Canada and if you are applying for any job, part-time job, so must try to contact with manager, because manager will hire you, not the employees. Okay. So do not drop your resume, okay, until or unless you have talked to manager and you have talked about all the availability, what's your availability, and if your manager is asking, yeah, we are hiring, and if manager is asking like what's your availability, you are providing that manager the availability. So it will be more beneficial for you as compared to dropping your resume without any communication. There are so many international students, what they do, they just go to any store and are you guys hiring? Then employer replies, I don't have any idea. And then what students do, they just drop their resume afterwards and nothing happens. So please,
Okay.
please, my recommendations are, if you are coming to Canada, if you are looking for part-time jobs, just prefer to communicate with the manager, and you can do a telephonic interview as well with the manager, like
Okay.
my name is this and I'm doing this. So are you guys hiring? Are you guys are interesting? I'm interested in your job and I have seen your advertisement on the internet or Indeed website. So
Okay.
can I come? At what time you will be available? Hello, when the manager will be available? I want to meet to manager. I want to talk to manager. So it's very beneficial as compared to dropping your resume to the employees. It's my
Okay.
experience.
Okay, okay. Means you should be very clear about everything. Likely, you should talk to them, have a conversation, and then move on. It was just a question that how the LinkedIn job perspectives work in Canada, because really in India it doesn't work that good. So I wanted to know, in Canada, is the LinkedIn a good platform to get the jobs?
It's an amazing platform to get a IT professional job regarding your field, because for example, if you guys don't have any experience, you guys don't need to worry. What you guys can do, if you are studying, for example, let me tell about myself. Like I created 2 to 3 websites and 2 application which I can add in my resume as an experience. Like I did this project during this course, and if I will share it on LinkedIn, if there are thousand of connections, okay, the more connection you make, the more opportunities and responsibility to get job, you will get definitely job. Okay. So LinkedIn is an amazing platform. You can share your project, you can share your achievements, what you have achieved. If any employer loved that thing, that employer will directly call you or directly text you on LinkedIn.
Okay. Means LinkedIn works properly. Like
Yeah,
LinkedIn's work as a good platform.
yeah, it works
Correct.
as a good platform.
Yeah, so basically, I have some people in touch, and our page is also in some people with touch rightly, that they have some 2 to 3 years of experience, and they have done their undergraduate in 2017 or 18. So how is it good to go for the masters, and do they have any benefit of Indian work experiences?
Yeah, there is a benefit of Indian work experience, but that person should have a job offer letter in which, and that person should know under what NOC code that person has worked. So there are different kind of NOC levels like A, B, C, O. The B level is supervisor, manager. C level is what we can say working at the gas stations. So yeah,
Okay.
these kind A, B, C. So C, if the person is working in the C category, that person will not get able to get the PR because that is not acceptable. If the person is working as a manager, that counts as an experience.
Okay. Okay. So someone has written, Kiran, actually I'm searching universities which has affordable fees, and that is why I'm aiming this universities. He's aiming some universities there. I'll reiterate that. University of Canada West, likely.
I, frankly speaking, I don't have any knowledge about it.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure. So basically, one more question coming in that getting the part-time job, is it the same for fresher and the experienced people, those who come from Canada, go to
Uh,
Canada?
Maybe it could be same. It could be same. Yeah, because the experienced person is also facing it first time looking for a part-time job and the fresher as well. But if the person is communicating with the manager directly, that person has higher chances as compared to that person who is dropping the resume without talking to the manager. So what your priority should be? You should communicate with the manager. You should contact with manager regarding part-time job opportunities. Okay, so then you will able to get job because manager will hire you, employee will not hire you. Okay, the experience
Okay.
remains same.
Okay. And how good is that professors? Does the professor recommend the student to the industries after they get completed with their studies?
Yeah, definitely. There are so many students who were recommended by the professor because they were very intelligent and they did amazing job, amazing project. They have showed the project to the professor and professor himself hired him or her. Yeah,
Okay.
professor recommend.
Okay. So the
If you are a
professors
good,
help you out
yeah,
a lot.
yeah, if you are a good student, if you are doing an amazing job and if you are showing your amazing projects to the professor, then professor will definitely hire you and definitely recommend you to other person as well because your projects are the proof of your work, your hard work, your skills, your talent. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that is great. Means and something like I wanted to know that see some students doesn't have that much of exposure to learning the softwares while they do their undergraduation. So do they need to learn the softwares before entering to the for the graduation things, or they can learn the softwares in Canada itself or something?
They can learn the softwares in Canada. There is no need like you have to be prepared about this. Otherwise, you will not able to understand because professors are very understanding. They will teach you if you will ask any question to professor, even silly question. That professor will not make fun of you. That professor will definitely help you.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
great. That is great. And some master's course are having the co-op programs with them, like in which a student has a term or two to do the internship. But after that, some universities have the master's course in which there is no co-op. So how does it affect in getting the jobs after that, or getting interacted with the industries?
It totally depends upon the skills. If you have a skills, if you have amazing resume, amazing projects, that person will definitely get a job. For example, if there is a job fair going on and there are 10 people out of they have completed the graduation from the same college, but out of 10 people there are two individuals, two-person who have completed their graduation and who have completed their projects as well, who has built the application uploaded on Play Store. Those people will get definitely job because they have a practical knowledge and they are showing they know they have a skills, and the employer will be impressed. Employer will not read all the resume. Employer will see the project. Okay, that is your project. Employer will open that project, and if employer love that project, you will get definitely job. It totally depends upon how you show yourself, how you show yourself, what
Okay.
experience you have. If you don't have any experience, so how you can create your experience by making projects. Okay, so
Okay.
my professor told me this, so I thought I should share with you.
Okay, great. And some students are always worried that in India there are placement things that comes to the college, and we go for placements. So we heard that there are some job fairs or something. How beneficial are they? Means to get the jobs in Canada.
Job fairs are very beneficial, but if you will apply online, it will be better for you. And if you will directly contact with the manager through email, okay, just remember this thing. Write, learn to write a professional email, please. Everyone,
Okay.
please learn to write a professional email, because if you have learned how to write professional email, you can directly email to the manager by explaining each and everything. If the format will be correct, and you will become successful to explain yourself the way you are in the professional way, then you will definitely get reply. Even you can get reply from the IRCC, because please try to learn how to write a professional email, because email is the best thing, and it's a bridge between the employer and the employee. Okay, so
Okay.
please learn how to write a professional email. I will recommend each and every person, because you guys will apply jobs online. Okay, and many students do this mistake, they don't know how to write email, so work on that. You will guys definitely, you guys will get part-time jobs if you will follow these steps.
Okay. And some normal questions were there, likely, see, international students are always excited, and they look into the flights they have to board on and which flight is good to go. And so can you suggest some good flight careers that go to from India to Canada, which flight is good to go
According to
or some,
me, Fly Emirates is best,
okay, any specific reason for suggesting that?
because I have experience of that. Because
Okay.
yeah, I have experience of the Fly Emirates, that's why.
Okay, okay. Great. So, any their baggages thing, something can you brief out?
Yeah, yeah. There is a student offer, like you will get one baggage extra with two baggages. So you just have to contact the airlines that do you guys provide the student offer? I'm an international student. I'm going to Canada, so they will provide you one baggage extra of 23 kg.
Okay, great. Okay, that's fine. And any route, specific route, would you suggest from for Indian students? Because something like that has happened because some students enter through US and they have to get the
Transit visa.
travel.
Transit visa.
Exactly.
Transit visa is required whenever a person book flight. So my suggestion is come via Dubai. That's it. Come
Via
via Dubai.
Dubai.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because
Okay,
the
so
stay
you
is
took
of
via Dubai only.
approximately, yeah, via Dubai. The stay was of 2 hours, I guess, 1 to 2 hours. So via Dubai, it's better.
And yeah, and seeing the scenario of COVID-19 students, likely what they used to do before is directly going to the place for the living, searching for the rent houses. What you will suggest, how is the Airbnb or 14 days quarantine plan should be
Yeah,
done with the student?
Airbnb is recommended according to me, because that person will have record that I will be living in Airbnb for 14 days and I will get my breakfast, and I will not able to go out. I will not go outside. That's a clear cut, because that person will have a full email, full address as well, how many days that person is going to live. So Airbnb is the best option if a person don't have any relative.
Okay, so can you suggest some amount that is cost for a single room or something Airbnb
So,
experiences? Can
so
you share?
per day it could be $60.
Okay, per day it could be $60, right?
Yeah. So 14
Okay,
days, maybe the student have to spend $500 for 14 days for Airbnb
okay,
only. It would
okay,
be
okay,
costly, but it will help you. to explain like where do you live and how you will quarantine yourself for 14 days. So
Okay, okay, great. We'll see some questions that came from our viewers before going for the end, and I would look into that. So, and some news came up that Ontario schools are opening. Do you have any view regarding that?
I don't have any idea because I'm seriously very busy in my schedule. That's why.
Okay, that is correct. And some questions were regarding the SIN number. That COVID situation is something like that. So, getting the SIN number, is it easy to get there? Or
Social insurance number, an international student can get social insurance number on airport as well. If that
okay,
person is coming on weekdays from Monday to Thursday, not on weekends.
okay. And regarding that, some questions were there that students should get the study permit at Toronto itself or doesn't get at Vancouver. Is it like that?
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So do you travel through?
immigration department will provide you the study permit, whether you are what we can say, it doesn't matter. Immigration department will definitely provide you the study permit if that immigration officer is allowing you to come to Canada, enter in the Canada. So that person will definitely provide you study permit. Doesn't matter what, no
Okay,
matter.
okay. So on the positive note, we can likely think that we can get the study permit and we can travel Canada in January,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Okay, because most of the students, what they are planning, and I am in contact with, is that they are worried that if they will not get the visa before third week of August, they are going to defer it. Because students haven't got the first stage approval also till now.
Okay, so defer is the first priority to defer a course.
Okay,
According to
so
me, it should be the
deferral
yeah.
is the best way to cope with this problem, right? Okay, so on the positive note, if any queries coming up, or we can have the end to this session. Uh, and thank you for the time and giving your views and experiences to our page. And we look positively to get interacted with in coming future and meet you soon. And yeah, these are the whole of the bunch of the questions we got through the viewers, and we have taken the note of that. And we surely look in future to get in contact with you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Thank you everyone.
everyone,
Yeah, thank you so
for
much everyone
joining.
for joining. Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining us and having the queries, and we'll look always forward positively to help you guys and each and every way. And accordingly, regarding the 18 March exemptions, Priyanshu has just updated that travel support letter is a good way to get entered in Canada. And no one has any idea, but the IRCC is working on their way. VACs are not open, but we can look into forward, and let's see how it goes, and look positively towards the January intake. And for any further queries, you can DM us to the Journey to Canada, and I would request you guys to follow up our page and make this more positive and upcoming for the good days.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much,
much,
each and
Priyanshu.
everyone. God bless you.
Thank you
Thank you so
everyone
much.
for the. Thank you so much. Thank you for
Okay.
joining us.
Bye bye. Bye.
Bye.